everyone. This is a summer series for you with the choir since we're on break. I'm calling it Sunday Fervorino. So to start off with the Feast of the Body and Blood of Christ on June 18th. This is the last big feast between the Easter season and the time that we call ordinary time or counted time between the seasons. It's interesting that the body and blood of Christ doesn't use the gospel story of the Last Supper, but it uses the gospel reading from John chapter 6, verse 51 to 58, where Jesus says to the crowds, "I am the living bread that came down from heaven, and if you eat this bread, you will live forever." So eating the bread of life, eating the body and blood of Christ is about life and living forever. I also thought of the image that I mentioned last week on the Feast of the Holy Trinity about the icon of the Trinity as three images sitting around a table with a cup in the center, that Eucharistic central piece of the Trinity in community with one another. I think about that image and I think about the body and blood of Christ, what we do on Sunday, receiving Eucharist, and I think of a nutritional phrase. I remember studying nutrition saying, "You are what you eat." So how do we receive Eucharist on Sunday and become the body of Christ for those we meet, our family, our loved ones, our friends, our neighbors, throughout the week, our co-workers? And the challenge I want us to think about this week is, how can I be the body of Christ for one another so that I can give life and be life for other people? The irony is that when we are life-giving, the goodness of God is all about generosity and about love that keeps on giving, keeps on going, that it is life abundantly. So Sunday, as we receive the body of Christ, let us be mindful of how can we be that body of Christ for beyond Sunday, throughout the week. Because if not, then Eucharist becomes in a box, and it becomes compartmentalized. And my belief is that Jesus doesn't want us to be compartmentalized with love, but to love abundantly with wild abandon and passionate about life. "Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me, and I in him," says the